Good day, ma'am. I am Myla Kabila, and I will be the first reporter of Group 8. So our topic is educating the child with special educational needs in the regular school, current perspectives, support services, and best practices. Defining special educational needs. The construction of any such definition is hindered by the absence of a harmonized system of classification for individual learning difficulties. The network of experts in social science of education and training, or NESSE, distinguishes between normative and non-normative difficulties. So what is normative and non-normative difficulties? In normative difficulties, there is a broad agreement of what constitutes normal functioning, and as a result, relatively objective assessment measure are available. The non-normative, the non refers to a types of difficulty where there is less agreement about normal functioning and where professional judgment play a large part in identification. Example of non-normative is include social, emotional, and behavioral difficulties such as ASD, and learning difficulties include dyslexia. The example of normative difficulties are physical and sensory difficulties. So, so ano nga ba yung physical difficulties? Ang physical difficulties ay nakikita sa physical at nakakaapekto sa pagkilos at kakayahan ng isang tao. Ito ay maaaring namana or nakuha dahil sa isang aksidente. Ang halimbawa nito ay ang brain injury at epilepsy. Ang sensory difficulties naman ay kahirapan ng isang tao tumanggap at tumugon sa impormasyon mula sa kanilang pandama. Ang ASD naman sa non-normative ay kilala bilang Autism Spectrum Disorder. This is the group of developmental disability that can cause significant social, communication, and behavioral challenges. And dyslexia is a learning disorder that involves difficulty in reading. It is also called reading disability that affect area of the brain that process language. These are school current perspectives. So first, when kids are found eligible for special education services, it's common for their families to worry that they'll be placed in a different classroom than other kids at their age. But most kids who are eligible for special education spend more majority of their time in general education classroom. Many of those classroom are what's known as inclusive or inclusion classroom. So, sinasabi dito na karamihan daw sa mga batang qualify sa special education services ay mas nananatili ng matagal sa general education classroom. Itong classroom na to ay tinatawag na inclusive or inclusion classroom. Sa inclusive classroom, ang general education teacher at special education teacher ay nagtutulungan para makamit nila yung pangangailangan ng lahat. So these are the benefits of inclusive education. The first one is tailored teaching for all learners. So all students learn differently. This is a principle of inclusive education. In an inclusive classroom, teachers weave in specially designed instruction and support that can help students make progress. These strategies are helpful for all students. Kids may be given opportunities to move around or use fidgets and teacher often put positive behavioral intervention and support BPIS in place. So, sinasabi dito sa number one na ang mga estudyante ay natututo sa iba't ibang paraan at ang teacher ay may malaking goal para sa estudyante para sa kanilang progress at mabuild sila ng maayos. So, second, second one is make differences less different. Inclusive classrooms are filled with diverse learners, each of whom has strengths and challenges. Inclusion gives kids a way to talk about how everyone learns in their own way. They may find that they have more in common with other kids than they thought. This can go a long way in helping kids know that difference is just a normal part of life. It can help also kid build and maintain friendship.
Supports and services for special education students. What are special education supports and services? Services and another typically prescribed support services range from therapeutic consultation with a counselor to session with occupational or physical therapist. This kind of support rely on provider who may not be part of the school and may be contracted by the school or your town's Department of Education. Example of supports and services. The following list provide you with some sample special educational support, modification, adjustments, strategies, and services that may be provided to meet the needs of various exceptional students. This list is also helpful to assist you to determine which strategies would best suit your child. Alternate curriculum, specific reading materials, anger or stress management, special education or teacher, or resource or withdrawal support, test and exam support, attendance monitoring, behavioral management, and classroom modification, alternate seating arrangement, curriculum modification and adjustments, learning strategies, educational assistance support, peer teaching, self-contained class technology support, facility modification or adjustment, partial school day, time out or physical restraint, volunteer assistance, small group instruction, withdrawal support, community work experience, social integration, supervision for non-instructional time, smaller class size, special timeable toileting and feeding. And here are best practices for special education. Best practices exist that when implemented well with a systems thinking approach can help school districts of all sizes and types achieve dramatic gains in achievement and inclusions and expand services for students with disabilities. And here are 10 best practices for improving special education. Based on extensive research by What Works Clearinghouse, the National Reading Panel, John Hapey, Visible Learning, numerous major research studies, and our own hands-on work with hundreds of school district. Number 1, focus on student outcomes, not inputs. And to many districts, if last year efforts didn't work as well as desired, the response is to add more staff and more Number 1, focus on student outcomes, not inputs. In too many districts, if last year efforts didn't work as well as desired, the response is to add more staff, more para-professional, more co-teaching, and more hours of service. Number 2, effective general education instruction is key. higher performance of general education student correlates the higher performance with disability as shown by national assessment progress.
Good day, ma'am. My name is Justine Garancial. My topic is all about the 10 best practice for improving special education. Number 3. Ensure all students can read. And many district up to half of their referral to special education are at their third reading difficult. Referral rates jump in third through sixth grade when reading problem make it difficult to learn math, science, and social study. Number 4. Provide extra instructional time every day for students who struggle. Students who difficult achieve grades level standard often need more time for instruction in order to catch up and carry up their peer. Number 5. Ensure that content strong staff provide intervention and support. As a standard, have a reason that completeness of content has increased staff having deep understanding and mastery what they teach become even more important. Number 6. Allow the special education to play their struggle. District that have made stride in improving service for struggling students have focused on ensuring that teachers are able to play their strength. It is high beneficial to leverage this area is expertise. Number 1. Content specific expertise. Teachers who have particular strength in academic content area. Number 2. Pedagogical expertise. Teacher with pedagogical expertise should coach general education. Teacher on accommodating needs for students with disability and using scaffolding. Number 3. Social emotional expertise. Special education teacher in the strong background in providing social emotional or behavior support to students should focus delivering their important to support. Number 4. Case management expertise. Some special education teachers are particularly efficient and effectively in managing the EIEF process. Number 7. Focus para professional support on health, safety, and behavior needs rather than academic needs. Across the country, the number of para-professional supporting students has been steady, increasing in recent years. Number 8. Expand the reach of impact of social, emotional, behavior support. Addressing students' social, emotional, and behavior needs is particular, and the district have responded to growing needs for service. Number 9. Provide high quality program for students with more severe needs. In the past, many mid-size and smaller district decided against provide in-house special education program. Implementing the best practice is not easy or quick, but worth it to effort. While implementing this best practice can have significant positive impact